Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello everyone, so this is going to be a quicker video as there's really not much to update. We're in the same standpoint that we were yesterday in terms of watching the tightening pattern. Today we're going to be looking at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin in that order as they are ranked from strongest to weakest. And right now Ethereum is clearly the strongest, and yesterday in the video we looked at the ETH BTC chart, which started an oversold bounce on the daily time frame and got some momentum. So here on the daily chart, we can see 4 days in a row of higher lows, and the bulls are still in control. And what's also most notable is we broke the lower high pattern. So this candlestick right here, breaking the resistance. Of course, we didn't see much follow through because Bitcoin weakness held back the bulls, but we're still right here and we're looking up for a break. And I will be playing ETH if we do get a bull break on this Bitcoin daily chart. So where we stand on the 4-hour time frame, we established a new higher low of support. So we're looking at this support level of 388, and a tightening range is forming with the most recent high as our resistance level up at 432. So there's about a $50, about a $44 range in between this current standpoint on the 4-hour time frame. We just had a 4-hour bull MACD cross, and overall, if Bitcoin looked like this on the daily chart, it would be a different scenario, but it does not. So Bitcoin daily time frame continues to tighten. We set our lower high yesterday and we pulled back, and now we have a new higher low and we're forming a daily inside bar. So this range is getting tighter and tighter, and it's been playing out over the last 2 weeks. And the scenario that's going to happen is the first break that's going to occur is today's daily inside bar, and the odds that that's going to break tomorrow are very likely. That will be the first signal and an early signal. That will not be the signal. For right now, the signal for me is a bear break would be 6617, and a bull break would be 7169. So while it will be an initial signal how we break this inside bar, we could still technically break the daily inside bar, but remain in a tightening daily equilibrium range. So it's important to note that distinction. If you want higher risk and higher reward for your entry, you're going to use this daily inside bar breaking as your signal. And if you want to be a little bit more cautious, you're going to wait and zoom out and use the daily chart to be your range. So looking at the 4-hour time frame here, the tightening range that's forming, we have those levels that I just said, and we're near the middle of that range. A little bit of a bear lean because we are closer to breaking support than we are to resistance, but not by much. And again, just to point out where we stand on Ethereum, if we get a bull break on Bitcoin, we're going to be looking for Ethereum to be making its way to the upper $400 range and approaching $500. So that's if the correlation continues. And again, you want to be constantly checking on that correlation. And here's ETH BTC. Let's actually stick with Coinbase as that's what we're looking at here. So ETH BTC on Coinbase, 4-hour chart, very bullish continuation. We're up at the high right now. It's a little bit of a double top, but the daily time frame showing its strength and the bounce following through, changing the trend. So we went from lower highs and lower lows to a higher low, and then a bull break to higher highs. So a significant bull break here. Looking at the weekly time frame, bullish reversal candlestick, seeing a little bit of follow through. Bottom line, we need Bitcoin to break bullish for any individual names here out of the big three that are so strongly correlated to see bullish follow through. So checking in on Litecoin now. And Litecoin is a little bit more bearish than Bitcoin. And I say that because we broke the daily higher low. We only broke it by 10 cents, so it's not a very convincing bear break, but it is a bear break nonetheless. So we're watching 112.10. We dropped down to 112. And again, if we just look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame as a comparison, we did not. That would have been like Bitcoin dropping down to 6518, and we did not see that. We held support by $100. So Litecoin is the weakest on the daily chart right now, just because we're much closer to breaking support. Look at the 4-hour time frame. We didn't even break the lower high pattern on the 4-hour chart. You know, Bitcoin right now, if we were comparative, Litecoin would be up in the 117s. and we're just not there. We're much closer to a bear break. So again, whenever I'm looking at support and resistance levels, I'm looking at the percentage odds that we're going to see a break. So if it's only going to take, let's see, we're at 114. If it's only going to take $2 to make a bear break, but in order to make a bull break, it's going to take $10, that tells me the odds are much more likely to see a bear break than a bull break here on Litecoin. So if we do see a bear break on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, and again, at this point, we're looking for a break of the daily inside bar tomorrow, that may lead to the break of the equilibrium on the daily. If not, we'll certainly be looking for Thursday to be that day. But essentially, if we're going to get a bear break on Bitcoin, in my opinion, Litecoin will break it first, will break support first, then Bitcoin will break support, and then Ethereum will break support last. If we're going to get a bull break, in my opinion, Ethereum is going to break resistance first, Bitcoin second, and Litecoin third. So it's important to rank the three to know who you want to be playing, and you do that by comparing it to Bitcoin and seeing where we stand in relation to Bitcoin, and it's pretty clear on the daily chart the past couple of days. So at this point, we've been covering this daily equilibrium pattern forming for the last week plus, and it's good practice to go back in hindsight and say, I did the video Saturday and Sunday, and I said we're going to be looking for a break about Wednesday this coming week. So how could I know that? Obviously, I didn't know that, but just knowing the shape of the equilibrium pattern and what it would take to continue tightening to a point where we can't tighten anymore and we're going to see a clear break, just estimating the number of days. And again, once you get comfortable looking at thousands and thousands of charts, you are able to do this more easily and just say, okay, I've seen this pattern 1,000 times, and usually it takes this many candlesticks to play out. And right now we're watching the exponential resistance still. Look at this daily 12-period exponential resistance. It's rejected multiple bounce attempts, including yesterday. So we're going to have to get over that exponential resistance in order to see this bull break. So short and simple today, that's where we stand. Very similar to yesterday. If you want the update, watch yesterday's video again, because not much has changed. The only thing that's changed is we have a new higher low and the range is getting even tighter. This daily inside bar is going to form likely in a couple hours, and then we'll be watching for that break. Something important to note, if Bitcoin rolls over to the new daily candlestick and we're still trading right here and then we get a bull break right away and then no follow through and pull back, that's when it's not going to be a clear signal and will still remain in the daily equilibrium pattern. We have to see volume accompanying this break when it occurs. And just looking at the volume, it's been steadily dropping off, and today's volume much lower than yesterday's volume. And again, break is coming and volume has to accompany that break. I would say it's going to be a clear break if we can see more volume than we saw on Monday's candlestick. So that's where we stand. I appreciate you watching. In terms of doing good things today, I want to touch back on one that we've already talked about because you didn't do anything about it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Call somebody and give good customer feedback. It can be your friend. If your friend works at the bar down the street or your friend works wherever, call in and talk to the manager and say, you don't have to say that you know them or who you are. Just give a compliment on their customer service. And this really resonates with me because the last time I did it, I called about that guy I was talking about, the older gentleman who helped me out. And he must have been, in his 70s. And you could tell he enjoyed his job and he tried and he did a good job. So when I called in to give the feedback, I called the number, and the woman on the other line was taking all my information. And she was saying, where was the location? What was the date the incident took place? What's the name of the individual? Gave all the information. And then she finally got to the question, okay, tell me what happened. And, I commended him for his service. And I said that, as long as he's an employee there, I'll continue shopping. And she was so shocked that is what I had to say. It was very clear that never happens. And she said that, reports like that get handled just like a negative report would, and they go to upper management. So again, 5 minutes of your time can literally change somebody's life in terms of their work life or perhaps their financial compensation or whatever it is. It's just anytime you have next interaction you have with someone that's mildly pleasant at a bare minimum, I would suggest just asking, hey, how can I leave you a review? They'll either give you a number or you can look online on whatever the company's website is. It's just so easy to do, and I can't suggest doing it enough. So thanks again for tuning in, getting good feedback on the new addition to the crypto course. Certainly appreciate that. People flying through it, going through 2.5 hours after they start watching it. So that's definitely motivating to continue putting out content. And we will see you all tomorrow, possibly for this clear daily break. And if not tomorrow, then certainly by Friday, I'm going to say. So I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.